Smiley, shiny, happy faces. Are we ready?
Yeah.
If you say we're ready, then we're ready. We'll begin at the beginning, because usually the beginning is the best place to begin. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vick of Illusions by Vick. I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you for allowing me to join you as we journey into a world of illusion and imagination. I'd like to begin by sharing a story that happened to me, something that could have possibly happened to you. See, last summer I invited a friend for dinner, and she arrived 45 minutes. Well, how do you do it? Now, I don't know about you, but I've always thought a table's never complete without fresh cut flowers. My guests were arriving, didn't give me time to get to the garden to cut flowers, so I had an idea. I was inspired. First, I would have to find a vase, and that I had. Then I had an idea. I'd make a flower from a paper napkin. That would be charming, in a roguish sort of way. Oh well. Shakespeare wrote, that which we call a rose, by any other name, would smell as sweet. Now, I don't know if Shakespeare meant a paper flower when he wrote that, but it does have its advantages. Chief among those being, once we're tired of it, woo! I didn't have time to get beverages ready, so I grabbed the water pitcher and I poured myself a nice... Cheers! Oh, this is a drinking show. Now, not only did my guest show up 45 minutes early, she sat down at my table and started to read the newspaper. Not a laptop, not a Kindle, not a cell phone, not a tablet, but a good old-fashioned newspaper. Now, I admired the newspaper. I grew up reading newspapers. I still thought it was kind of rude. I mean, imagine, you're preparing a meal, you expect someone to pay attention to it. So I took matters in my own hands. I gave everything a turnabout, because after all, that is fair play. And then I thought I'd pour her a glass of civility. In her case, it looked a whole lot like a nice Merlot. Ladies and gentlemen, all my new friends, I will leave it up to you and your imaginations as to how the rest of the evening went, and if there was ever a second date. I'd like to try an experiment. Telepathy, thought transfer, if you will. I believe I can pull a thought from one of your minds. Your name, please, sir.
Mark.
Mark, you're familiar with the 52 cards that make up a deck of playing cards.
Yes.
Mark, I'd like you to think of one. Just think of it. Don't say anything. Just think of the card. You have it in mind.
Yes.
Perfect. It's not a joker. Is that correct, Mark?
No.
To aid in our experiment, the package of playing cards large enough for you all to see. Picture that card, Mark, and pardon me just a moment. Excellent. Perfect. I've taken one card out of the deck. I turned it upside down and put it back in the deck. It's a card I think I saw in your mind, Mark. One card face down, 51 or face up. Let's see how Mark and I did. Sir, Mark, what card did you think of? Go ahead and say it if you would, please.
10 of hearts.
The 10 of hearts. Remember, one card will be upside down, 51 will be face up. Let's see if Mark and I connected. I put it here towards the beginning of the deck. You see, one card face down, 51 or face up. Wouldn't it be something if Mark was able to show me? Yes, keep your sound psychotic. Psychic. Get a little confused. No, Now, I haven't always been a magician. There's a time that I was the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I'd like to ask you to journey with me back to that place in time where I was the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Now, you may be familiar with the Sorcerer's Apprentice from the segment in the Disney movie, Fantasia. The segment with Mickey, our little mousy friend. He's the apprentice, and to learn magic, Mickey has to clean the castle. He has to sweep. He has to mop. He has to carry water. Well, soon Mickey gets tired of doing all this, and he takes the sorcerer's hat. That's where that sorcerer gets his magic. He puts it on, everything works. The broom sweep. The mops mop. They bring water. But soon it all turns against him because Mickey's not ready for magic. The sorcerer has to take his hat back and set everything to rights. You might know the Sorcerer's Apprentice from the music playing in the background, the symphonic poem by the composer, Paul Dukas. Now, the sorcerer I learned from didn't keep his magic in his hat. He kept it in his wand. Much like Mickey thought if he got the hat, he could do the magic, I thought if I got the wand, I could do the magic. So one night, while the sorcerer slept, I crept downstairs. And there it was, the wand. I got it, and I was going to do magic. And I tried. But I really wasn't ready to do magic. And my wits grew sharp enough to see magic's all around us, just patiently waiting for us to find it. Like it was there, and I could put it here, and here. And soon magic came from my heart. It came from my mind. When I found magic, it would flow right through me. I mean, I can take a piece, break it off, and eat it. Then we'll get stuck right about here. Pull it out, throw it down, step on it, put it there, put it there, put it there. One thing I've learned never ever to do, whenever you find magic, don't do this. There we go. No, it's because you get that. Janice, come join me for a moment. Now, Janice, I understand that you have a big heart and a bright mind. Now, Janice, if you would face forward, I want to see your beautiful face perfect and tell me, do you feel anything, Janice? All right, Janice, would you hold on to that? There's a hole in your hand, Janice. You should get that looked into. One last thing. Janice, if you would, please say ah. Back up. Oh. Janice, as you travel through life, always be big apart. Right in mind. I do believe that magic surrounds us everywhere. Nights like tonight that we share with family and friends, and in the smiles and the good times that we share. I've always believed that the most important thing is when we find magic, we take the opportunity to share it with those around us. If you'd be kind enough to breathe in and blow out like blowing out a birthday cake. And that's the story about when I was the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Now I understand we don't only have one birthday tonight, we have two birthdays tonight. Cindy, where are you? Hi there! Cindy, would you come and join me, please?
Only Brian does.
Actually, I was going to ask Brian to join us. If you would, please, sir. Now, and it was Mark, is that correct?
Yes.
A few moments ago, Mark and I did a little telepathy. I'd like to try telepathy again, but I'm going to take it a step further. Cindy, I'm going to try to see something in your mind. I'm going to try to draw it here. Now, don't believe in mind reading. It's not like I open up your mind and read it like it's a book. I'm only scary looking. I'm not scary in real life. But it's not like opening up and reading a book. You get thoughts, feelings, shades, gradients. Cindy, you could think horse. I say house. I'm not wrong, but I'm still wrong. I know this is your 40th birthday, is that correct? I was 41. I was for an entire year. An adult woman, can you imagine you have private thoughts you don't want the world to see, and you don't want me bouncing all around your mind, so we'll build an estate for it. We'll use playing cards, that way I don't see anything in your mind you don't want me to, and everyone can know what you're thinking of. Now remember, I'm going to try to see what's in your mind, and I'm going to try to draw it on this pad. It's going to be very simple. I'll just shuffle for the deck. As I shuffle, you just please say stop at any time. through, please. You can show it to everyone. Please don't say anything. Don't say hearts, diamonds, clubs, spades, king, queen, whatever the case may be.
You in the back.
All right, and Cindy, once you and Brian have gotten an opportunity to look at it, and you show it to everyone, you can put it back in the deck, top, bottom, middle, doesn't matter where it goes, Cindy. Excellent. Now picture that card. You and Brian both. Picture it in your mind. Perfect. And I'll try to draw it here. I'll begin with the easy part. The straight, clean lines that make up a playing card. Cindy, you're doing great. You're a natural. Okay. So far, I'm right. You gotta do the baby steps a little bit. Now for the hard part. Cindy, Ryan, if you would please picture the card in your mind and send that image to me. Now, I'm not much of an artist, but then again, Picasso wasn't much of a magician, so life has its ways of evening out. All right, for the moment of truth. Cindy, Ryan. No, that's not your card. You're sure that's not your card? Oh boy, magician in trouble, 40 sets of eyes staring at me. I'm sorry, allow me to, it's my fault, I'm sorry, it's my fault, I forgot. Cindy, I forgot that this was a deck of playing cards. And if you look right about there, Cindy, and just imagine your card floating over your head. Imagine your card just slowly rising up, hanging in there between us. Cindy, that card is just slowly rising up where everyone can see it. In your imagination, everyone can see.
Oh my gosh.
Cindy, was that what you were for? Thank you. Because it is a very special day, we'll draw lines on it so it looks like it's floating. And you spell it C-I-N-D-Y? To Cindy from Vick. So you always have a memory of the night. That's okay, I don't either. Well, thank you. Now, Brian, I understand you have a bit of an affinity for the city of Baltimore. Would that be kind of correct?
Sure.
I'd like you all to think about the city of Baltimore. Now, think about something you connect, don't say it please, but something you connect with the city of Baltimore. Maybe a person, a place, maybe a thing. I mean, some people might, John Wood. And if you would, some people might think Old Bay, some people might think the Baltimore Ravens, some people might think the Baltimore Colts, some people might think Camden Yards. I'd like to write down, if you would please, write down something you associate with Baltimore. Something that everyone would recognize. I mean, you might write Francis Scott Key. Whatever you think, once you've written it down, if you'd be kind enough to fold the paper in quarters, half and half again, and it's time like this that life needs theme music. How can you not follow this? All right, once you've written it, fold it in the quarters for me, and drop it right in the bag. Thank you, that's one. Excellent, thank you, ma'am, that's two. And I believe we have 3, 4, and 5. Hello, innocent bystander. What is your name, sir?
Matt.
Matt, would you reach in and grab one? I'd like you to take a look at it for now. I'd like you to be the only person to see it. Don't let me see it, Matt. I will cheat. I won't peek. It is my job. It is. Matt, is it something that you recognize?
Oh, yeah.
Is it something everyone in the room would recognize?
Oh, yeah.
Picture it in your mind for me, Matt. Now, when I was a child, and you all might have done the same thing, in wintertime, I take a piece of paper like this and I cut snowflakes. No, I did, because I had this crazy idea. I thought if I could cut the perfect snowflake, you're doing great, Matt. I thought if I could cut the perfect snowflake, I would make it snow, everyone would get out of school and I'd be a hero. I really believe that. You believe strange things when you're young. That was mine. So I tried and I tried. I must have cut 1,000 snowflakes. And it never worked. Except for the blizzard in 1966. After that, I wasn't allowed to do it anymore. As I grew older, younger, I learned about origami, the art of paper folding. Some of you may be familiar with origami. And then, when I started to study magic, there was a brilliant magician. His name was Vernon. Vernon, while being a brilliant magician, he wasn't such a good businessman. In the summertime, to make ends meet, Vernon would work the boardwalk in Atlantic City. He would cut silhouettes of tourists as they came by, and he would sell those, and that's how he paid his bills. That's how he met his obligations. Magic isn't perfect. Now, I've taken all three of those forms: the symmetrical cutting of snowflakes, the folding of origami, and stencil cutting, and I've brought them all together into one. And hopefully in a minute this will make sense to you. We're almost there, Matt. It's done great. I think one more cut should do it. All right. I put the scissors down. I could not change if I tried. Matt, nice and loud. What did you pull from the bag?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe. Ladies and gentlemen, I give it. Breakfast prevailed upon you, please join me again. If you would come and join me again. Now, Brian, when you get to be my age, that's over 50. That's what you get for your birthday, black cologne. I don't know why, maybe we're closer to the Grim Reaper. I'm glad I didn't see any here when I came in. Now, Brian, I'm going to pull something from my pocket. What comes from my pocket is not for you. It is for the board. Okay? And Brian, I'd like to say, happy birthday. I do see we have a young person. What's your name, sir? Are you good to come and join me? Come on up and join me, sir. What's your name? Dominic. My name is Vick. How old are you, Dominic? Excellent. Dominic, it's okay.
Awesome.
Dominic, if it's too much, it's okay, but I've got something you can help me with. Dominic, do you like superheroes? Do you like Spider-Man? Dominic, I've got some Spider-Man you can help with. Now, Dominic, when I was your age, when I was 5 years old, I learned to read by comic books. My grandmother would buy me Daffy Duck comic books, and I'd sit on the steps, and I'd look at them, and I didn't know what all squiggly lines were. And I was curious, so I asked, and that's how I learned how to read, from reading comic books. And I still kind of like them, as you can tell. But Dominic, when I got this one, I kind of felt cheated. Nothing was in it. Dominic, I think you can help me. If I take the yellow from the cover and throw it in, will you take the red and throw it in? Go ahead, take the red from the cover, throw it in. Take a bit of the gray from your shirt, Dominic. Can we have a bit of your purple, ma'am? Take a little of her purple, be gentle. Get a little of her purple. All right, we need a couple more colors. Come join me, Dominic. Can we have some of this? Men don't know what color this is. Come on, Dominic. We need some more colors. Can we have some of this kind of fuchsia? Men don't know what that is either. Can we have a bit of your black, sir? Take a look at this black. Oh, that's kind. You think that's kind of orange there? Take a little of that too, Dominic. All right. I think we need one more color. Oh, can we get some of your lime green? Get those lime green, Dominic. Excellent. Come back and join me, sir. I think the important stuff, Dominic, I need ideas and imagination. Let me take a look. Yeah, you got a head full of ideas and imagination. Turn around and let me see your handsome face. Now we're going to take an idea or two. Excellent. Now, let me check your imagination. You're overflowing with imagination. We need a little bit of imagination, Dominic. Just a bit more. Excellent. Now, Dominic, you took everyone's colors. You added your ideas and imagination. We shake it up, and Dominic.
Good job.
A lot of the stuff I do is fun. I should do something useful. And it's true. There may be a time you run out of your house, you forget your phone, your wallet, your bag, whatever you carry, your Apple Pay, and you reach in your pocket, down to last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now $5 doesn't go very far. You know what do you get? A cup of coffee at Starbucks, a gallon of gas, some change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you ever find yourself in the place where you're down to that last $5, take it, hold it right about here. And if you can just concentrate and turn it, you come away with 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Remember, I need that stuff. I really do believe I have the best career in the world, and I'm not disparaging what other people do. Other people have these great, big, important careers. They're nurses and doctors, they're educators, they're people working to make the world a better place. But look at this, I'm invited to the best parties. It's true, and I meet the most interesting people. And I get to have fun doing it. I can't imagine a better career, at least for me. When I do a big show in a theater with like 1,000 people, after a show you come out and do a meet and greet. If people want to speak, ask questions, you speak, you answer questions, you speak with them. It's fun, it's part of the job, it's what you do. If you want photos, you do that. Same thing happens every show. Somewhere a general will walk up to me and say, I know you can't tell me how you did it, but how did you? And it's not that I can't tell them, I don't want to. If someone had a laugh, a smile, a moment of wonder, I don't want to steal that from them. I've been asked so many times, I decided I'd create a trick I can show you how it's done. That's what I'd like to share with you now. You might have seen this if you've been on a cruise or if you've seen Copperfield, it'll be a little wooden crate. And the assistant comes out, it's always a woman. And she squeezes in a city bit of a wooden crate, no room to move. The magician closes the crate. He takes all manner of knives, swords, spears, sticks, and throws them in all different directions. There's no way she's in there not harm her. But the knives, swords, and spears come out. The doors open. There she is in perfect condition. I'm going to show you how that's done. Now, I'm not working with Copperfield's budget, so I had to be a bit creative. And for an assistant, I decided on a spoon. It's got a nice curve, it's got a long leg, it doesn't eat much, it doesn't talk back, it works for me. I don't want to have to carry crate around, so I thought an envelope, because the spoon fits in the envelope with the assistant going into the crate. So the spoon goes in the envelope with the assistant into the crate. And then I thought, what was I going to use to stick through it? And I decided I'd stay in the silverware family and use a butter knife. The way this trick works, what you never hear or see is this. The magician taps a cabinet. That tells the assistant to spread her ribs, to turn, to twist, to contort. The magician then takes the sword and sticks it right through.
No way.
You see where the spoon is? It can't be anyplace else. You saw the knife go through. It isn't a trick two-piece knife and then flip a piece around while you weren't looking. I owe you an explanation. Remember, tap. That tells the assistant to move. Stab. That's not the hard part. The hard part of this trick I'm going to try to work with someone's perception, this mayor, and we'll see how. What's your name, ma'am?
Regina.
Regina, would you come join me? I'm going to try to kind of get in your head a bit. I'm going to show you all a word on the card. Don't say what it is. Regina, do you have memories of your early childhood when you were like 4 or 5 years old, 4 years old?
I do.
Okay, great. I'm going to try to take you back there. Nothing bad will happen. You won't do anything you normally wouldn't do. You won't embarrass yourself. Regina, when you were 4, you remember summer, the best time of year, 90 glorious days laid out in front of you, no responsibility. You could bike, you could swim, you could hang out with your friends. It was the best time of year. Summer even had a smell, Regina.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the smell of summer. And tell me, what word do you see here?
Lena.
And your name, ma'am?
Lori.
Come join me. Pardon me, Regina and Lori. Laura, do you remember your early childhood when you were about 4?
Yep.
I'm going to try to take you there. I'm going to try to show you the difference between Regina and Laura. It may or may not be able to get into their minds. Nothing bad will happen. You won't embarrass yourself. You won't do anything you normally wouldn't do. Do you have a favorite holiday, Regina?
I do.
What is it?
Halloween.
Halloween. Excellent. Because you get to scare people and not get in trouble?
That's my husband's job.
And how about you, Laura? What's your favorite holiday?
Halloween.
Halloween. Why Halloween?
It's fun.
It is. Well, it's my favorite holiday too. Now you remember Halloween when you were children? Did you like carry off pillowcase to get candy?
Yes. Yep.
And you went neighborhood to neighborhood?
Yep.
All right. Think about it. It's fall. You can feel the cool air. You can even smell the Halloween. All right. And what do you see there? Sound it out.
I don't know what that was.
Go ahead. Sound it out.
Parisi?
Experience?
We'll do one last one. It's perfectly fine. It's just a control and a subject. When you were a child, did you have a favorite toy?
Yes.
What was it?
Dolls?
Okay, all right. Did you have one in particular? Like a Barbie or something that?
Sure.
Okay. How about you, Regina? Did you have a favorite toy when you were a child?
I did.
And what was it?
It was a stuffed animal.
And what was the stuffed animal's name?
Fluffy.
Fluffy. What was Fluffy?
It was a bear.
And did Fluffy the bear sleep in your bed?
It did.
Okay, you're right on time. You're playing with the dolls. All's good in your life. You're safe. You're secure. You're happy. Fluffy's in your bed. You can feel the softness. You're happy. You're safe. You're secure. Tell me, what vegetable?
Carrots?
What vegetable?
Carrot.
What vegetable?
Cabbage.
All right, I'm gonna bring you both back. I can't leave you like that. All right, you can have your seats. All right. Laura, vegetable.
Cabbage?
Yes,
Regina?
a cabbage.
All right, and Laura?
Experience? Regina?
Yes, I can put people for that. Hi there. How are you? What's your name, ma'am? Pam, would you come join me, please? This is one of my very favorite pieces of magic. Pam, will you join me to my left? The Wizard of Oz tells us the human heart will never be practical until it's been made, not to be broken. Regardless of that, there isn't a day we don't willingly give our hearts away and have two paper hearts. I'm going to give you one to open me. Oh, you're welcome, and I'll keep the other. Pam, if you would please put over the real heart for just a second. Now, Pam, can I have your heart? Your paper heart. And I'll give you this one every time. Now, sometimes things in life happen and we can't control. Last year, we had earthquakes and other natural disasters. This year we're facing floods. There's bumps in the road. We face challenges. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. That's the heartbreaking life. To represent the heartbreaking life, Pam, share your heartbreak in half. Doesn't have to be neat. Heartbreak never is. I put one piece on top of the other. If you look, please, Pam. Pam, I'm going to ask 2 personal questions. If you're not comfortable, don't answer, and I will. All right. Pam, have you ever had your heart broken? Terry, break it for us. If you would, please. Yes, ma'am. I put 4 pieces together. Now, I'm almost certain I know the answer to the next question. But I'll ask anyway. Pam, have you ever broken anyone's heart?
Yes.
Hear it again. Like love I put the 8 pieces together. Now, if I can have those and take about a half step forward, Pam, keep your left hand out, and I'm going to put the torn pieces in your hand, put a palm up, perfect, Pam, nice soft hand. Something amazing happens when we have the strength, the courage, the ability. Pam, open your hand for me. When we can love again after heartbreak, you'll find that our hearts are made whole again. And not only that, we have a heart to share. And when we have the strength, the courage, the ability to love again after heartbreak, that love. There are no famous magicians. If I asked you to name a famous magician, you'd probably say Houdini. Houdini hasn't been on a stage for 92 years. You might say Penn and Teller, David Blaine. I heard someone talking about Penn and Teller, Teller's shadows. Teller's absolutely brilliant. I've had the pleasure to meet them both in real life.
David Blaine?
David Blaine, David Copperfield, Chris Angel. Yeah, that's what you get. But really, there are no famous magicians. Not compared to athletes or actors or politicians, and that's okay. Because it's not about what happens here. It's about what happens there when people laugh and smile and they have fun. If you experience wonder for just a second. I mentioned Di Vernon earlier. You wouldn't know who Di Vernon was if you weren't a student of magic. But the art of magic is what it is today in part because of Vernon's contributions. Many of the tricks you see magicians do now, Vernon either invented or he refined, he made better. This is my take on one of Vernon's pieces. He called it Symphony of the Rings. It's my homage to Di Vernon. The Swing for a Porch in the Summertime. This is everyone's favorite cartoon now. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my homage to Di Vernon. I have a bit of oddness to share with you. It's going to take a few seconds. I'm going to try to get where most of you can see me. This will spin. As this spins, I want you to stare at the dot in the middle of the disc. Stare right there. Yes. Let nothing take your gaze away. Relax your eyes, relax your mind. Take a breath and exhale. Keep your eyes on the dot in the middle of the disc, but nothing take your gaze away. A spiral will start to appear. When you see that spiral, allow yourself to go into it. You're doing great. Stay with that dot in the middle of the disc, but nothing take your gaze away. Relax your eyes, relax your mind. Take a breath and exhale. Go into that spiral. Let nothing take your gaze away as I count backwards from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stare at my head. Now, is it growing larger or are you shrinking? It pulls on your optical muscles. When I stop, the side effect is either seeing something grow or something shrink. If you didn't see it, nothing is wrong with you. 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 20 people don't see it. Our time together is drawing to a close. I'd like to congratulate Brian again. Continue to be amazing, sir. Continue to be brilliant. Have adventures. Have fun. And a very happy 40th birthday.
Yeah.
All right. Do I do something dangerous?
Yes!
Make it feel And right into the sideshow.
Uh-oh.
Well, this is not the sword I would take in battle. It's fully 18 inches from the hilt to the end of the blade. If I were to swallow this, it would go down my throat, my esophagus, through my stomach. What we know is we have a gag reflex at the throat. What we sometimes forget is there's a second gag reflex at the stomach. There are only about 45 sword swallowers in the United States today. It's a dying art. Some of them are just for me, okay? No, that's because these big carnivals or sideshows pull into your town. They'd set up their big top here, and back in the corner would be a little tent. It was called the Tent of Wonders, a 10 for 10, because you paid a dime to get in to see 10 wonders of the world. What you might want to call something in the jar for tattoos and a sword swallowing. Please do not try this at home. It doesn't mean you can do it at the neighbor's house either, by the way. All right, for your entertainment. 18 inches of steel.
Oh.
You all must be great. I show you that because a real sword swallower comes at the end of the stage. They take the sword, they throw it, and it sticks into the stage. That's because no telescoping or retracting object will do that. In fact, this used to be a tape measure. I show you that because I don't want to pass a gimmick, a gag, a bit of fun off as something that people take years of their life to learn to do and is potentially dangerous. Plus, I love the look on your faces when I pull it out. That's the part where you entertain me. One last thing to share with you, and again, thank you. Thank you very much, Jason. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Cindy. And congratulations to Brian and Cindy and Butterfly Collections. There used to be a time, I don't know, 100 years ago, 75 years ago, however long ago, a man with aspirations of style would have a butterfly collection in their home. It might be in their study, their den, their library. Now we don't see them so much anymore. Now when we see them, they're usually in a science center, zoological park, a nature center, museum, maybe in a science classroom. I'm very fortunate. I perform about 240 times a year. I'm not kind to my props. They get beat up. I have a 17-year-old son. His name is Sebastian. Sebastian built my first butterfly collection 6 years ago. After 4 years, I needed a new one. This is the one Sebastian built for me Father's Day 2016. The music playing in the background, if you're not familiar with it, is called Finance Macabre. We normally only hear it around Halloween. I kind of like it all year round. And the butterfly collection Sebastian built, they're just a bit different. I think you'll see what I mean in a second. Whoa! And once again, a very happy birthday. No, that really is it. I don't do it.